Good morning, folks. Grab your cup. Living life with F&D. We won't give up. Spill your coffee. Hey, that's okay. We'll laugh it off and seize the day. Sip happens, but we're alright. With Sarah's mug, we'll win the fight. Science stories, laughs, and fun. Morning chats for everyone. So take a sip, don't spill the brew. Join the chat, it's made for you.
Well, good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well this morning. Let's see who's in here. Hey, Flash fan. Good morning. Good morning, Greta. Good morning. Hope you have your coffee this morning. I'm gonna do a little bit something different, a little podcasty. I didn't feel like taking a shower this morning. Anybody else coming in? I think I'm gonna guess that Flash fan popped in and popped out. I think you're going somewhere else this morning, but anywho, yay, we got 81 subscribers, not technically 100 subscribers, but that is okay, understandable, as we, know with running a business and using a platform that's just going to be a-hole. Good. Good. Plus, I find it still kind of weird watching yourself, and then I think it was a lot, last night to watch yourself and then watch chat, and so we'll get there. So let's talk about some stuff this morning. I'm gonna try the best I can. First of all, I'm a little slow. I'm gonna show you this painting that I did. The link to my wish list is in the description. I have this painting that I've been wanting to sell. The money will go to mental health, regardless of, all the stupid stuff. But it symbolizes transformation, and I'm sure that you've probably noticed that I have a dragonfly tattoo. So this symbolization just really has helped me overcome a lot of stuff and to maintain resilience through all this. So if you are interested in it, Cash App. I need to put Venmo's link to just try to, itemize where things are going for certain things. So it is. I'm asking for $189 for it as the starting rate. If you give me more, you will get a shadow box frame, custom made by my father, who's trying really hard to make these frames. The old man is 80, going to be 86 this year. Having older parents is like having children, like teenagers. So I know some of you can relate. But I'm sure that my dad can say the same thing about me, is like, you're just a forever teenager. um, so that is available. I do custom paintings. They are quite a little bit more. Starting rate is, I'm changing it. I have to. It's part of business, and trying to get, yourself out of, situations, and to just show that, my time and value is worth it, So the starting rate is going to be changed effectively starting in the 1st of May, but it is $549 to have a custom 3D portrait of yourself. I usually do, I'll take some photos if you're not local, obviously. And I can add stuff and, give it some sentimental value, and just, make you happy. I'm at that point where I've put a little bit here and there locally, and then now I'm starting to focus nationally. So I've got some paintings that, are going to like California. I follow this adorable artist. She had a stroke in the womb. So she was born with a lot of problems, and she uses a lot of art to, because she's not really verbal, but she is verbal, and she uses her artwork. And this girl has just been, phenomenal to help me overcome, struggles with having a stroke and being paralyzed, and and using art to overcome those. And then even art and I was starting with therapy, and then looking at it as therapy, and now it's becoming a business. So she's amazing. Claire Woods is her name. If you ever follow her, or want to follow somebody amazing, go give her some love, because she is worth it. She's amazing, and I think she can inspire anybody with that smile. And I think she just really, I think she kind of gave me my smile back a little bit, because I've struggled with this, I realized that I lost my smile, throughout this. And I'm like, come on, girl, let's get that smile back. Let's find something that is an outlet and continues to get you, step by step, and win this war, this battle. So Yeah, and she also, like, she's amazing because she uses art to communicate. She she has a little bit of problems with, I think they tried to use ALS, or I always, whatever, you know what I mean. American Sign Language, and then I think she knows English, Portuguese, and then Italian, English, something like that. So she's very fluent, and you can definitely see that. She's a smart little cookie, and so show her some love. Show me some love. Cash App is Living Life with FND down in the little doodad banner. And in the description below, show me some likes. Well, we got 2 people in here. Flash man, wake up. We need some coffee. Maybe we can go and get some coffee. Or in this case, this morning, I'm probably working on 2 cups of coffee, which is abnormal for me. Like, but it's just one of those days. I don't know what it's gonna do today. Let's see. Let's see, what is the weather gonna be like today? Ew, 37 today. Let's see, but it's gonna get up to the 60s. So I'm happy about that because, now here's the strange thing about me. When it's like dead of cold, like, I think it has to do with mental health and trying to get, over the dissociation aspects of this condition. I like cold, and this is the time of year where I've always been known to take cold showers. So, but in the wintertime, sometimes I take a shower, a warm or somewhat hot shower. And then at the end, I usually shock my brain cells by just putting the water as cold as I can and doing it on my feet. So that has helped me quite a bit the past couple years, especially to shock. But I've been having a lot of problems with showering because of the shoulder injury when the EMT re-injured, because I had the paralysis, I was paralyzed, and so that gravity will pull your shoulder, and that causes subluxation. And I do think I have some benign form of like Ehlers-Danlos, because I have a lot of joint issues, and I'll sit there and pop my knuckles and, do anything to help me, with pain in the joints. And my mom used to she used to wake me up in the morning, surprisingly, I wasn't always an early bird growing up, but life, you have to be an adult and grow up. But she was like that 1990s, get up and, get moving, and she'd do the dance and, and then she was crafty. If you didn't get up, she would send the dogs in, and then they would pounce all over you and wake you up. And then if you didn't wake up the third time, oh man, maybe that's why I'll blame my mom for having PTSD. And I'm joking about that. She's probably rolling in her grave right now, laughing and snorting. But she would do water torture, something called water torture, and she would literally splash you. I think one time she actually dumped water on me, cold water, ice water. So if that doesn't wake you up in the morning, I don't recommend it for your kids. Probably because they have issues like waking up and have anxiety about waking up now. But it is just funny, the things that, your parents do, and, to irritate you, but share the love, and, and I think it means more now that my mom's gone. And I think the other thing is YouTube makes you, come alive with those stories. And I wish I'd written down like the family stories that she used to tell. She was the storyteller of the family. So I wish I wrote down those for, family members if they are interested. But this new generation, they're kind of weird. So, but that makes me sound old, doesn't it? It's all right, Flash fan. I think the nice thing about YouTube is, you can just lay there, listen to podcasts, and you don't necessarily have to wake up. So you do you, as I always say. My new saying, I guess. I've been saying that a lot. So, all right. I am going to take a break, go get some more coffee, and you guys go pee and get your coffee, kind of wake up, and I was like, I couldn't sleep. I was so stoked. And we'll continue that in a minute. guys. Let's get out of there. All right. So I know that was a quick little break. Anyways, where was I? Flashland, like I could have like some sarcasm like that. It's too early for that. So I'd probably get banned off of YouTube. I have a funny sarcasm, and I think you guys will get me back into, being my fun self. If I don't drink anymore. And that is like a comment that I would like. I need to be, I need to take a drink, not coffee, alcohol. That's just funny. All right. I know. Where have you been all my life? I think you would be the one of the best drinking buddies in my past, but I don't drink anymore. I had family members that were alcoholics. That was ingrained in me as a kid, and seeing somebody go through addiction and the effects of it, and it's just not good. And then I had some family members attempt, or so it's because of that. And plus I don't like beer. I like the hard alcohol, which is extremely dangerous. And it just doesn't bode well with me. And that is okay. I rather drink my coffee, water, and Diet Coke. Diet Coke is my go-to. Yeah. Diet Coke is like Diet Coke from McDonald's. That's probably, I probably would say I have an addiction to Diet Coke and to McDonald's Diet Coke. So if you want to cash out me some Diet Coke money, please do. It'll cure me. So let's go derail. I thought this would be fun to last night. Back to last night. I was like so happy, like getting at the time 75 subscribers. Like, I'm weird, and I get so stoked over the little milestones, because at the end, that gives you something to look back at. And last night I went to sleep happy, and then I slept like I was a little worried that I would not want to get up this morning at 8 o'clock, but I had a good dream last night. Like, it was one of those dreams that you remember, and I think I was dreaming about you, Flash fan, in a good way, because I think you were helping me get to 1,000. I think it was like 1,065 subscribers, like, and you were helping me, and you came on live. We got to, and that was amazing. Like, to wake up to. And as you will all know, that I have PTSD from this. Like, I have nightmares and night terrors. And after you've lived with that for so many years, dreams like that just, it makes you want to continue sleeping. And but at the same time, I was having trouble going to sleep last night. So I was like, oh, I need a little bit of, noise, background noise. But at the same time, I was like, I want to sleep good, without interference. So I got on Shizzy's, and he was already about to leave for the night, but I think that helped me too. So there is just so much on YouTube, so many choices, and it's amazing. Like, I wish that was around, when we were younger. So, yep, I know, you'll get there. We'll get there. It's like I said, it's like any other business. The fun thing about me is also when I was about 10 years old, this is about the time that I started having nieces and nephews, and now I have 10 nieces and nephews and 5 great nieces and nephews. And it's amazing. And I started my first business at the age of 10. I probably had about over 100 families that I would, babysit, nanny. I had about like only 2 families that I would, because I didn't drive until I was about 18. So that made it a little difficult relying on the family or, family members to drive me. But we made it happen. But and I would do that over the summer, have like, a couple families that I would just kind of rotate. But it wasn't until I was about 23 23, and this was about the time that I converted into a medical massage therapist. So, and I remember that family. I was like looking to nanny full time for this family, and so they decided not to because of my age. They wanted somebody, a little bit younger. Like, I would understand if I was like 40 at the time, old maid, having my own family, but 23 is still young. And I could have still done it. And so, and then one of these days I will have to dive into the 93-year-old lady with dementia. Those were fun little stories, but I'll tell that on a later day, because otherwise it's starting to make me tear up. But she was a hoot. Bless her little heart. She actually lived, I'll go ahead. She actually lived to be 99 and a half. We always joke, outlived us all. But we'll dive in that story because I don't want to be too sad and talking about, sad stuff. I want to talk about happy stuff and kind of equalize, my channel and what I talk about. Because good morning, Squid. Are you coming on later today? What time are you coming on this morning? Or did you already? Anyways. Everybody loves squid. Everybody loves squid. Yay! Oh, and that's a good thing. I'm gonna actually try dabbling in that as well. Show you my craft. I have kind of a schedule because I want to do art for like kind of an art series where we do exercises and art therapy and just have fun, but a lot of it's going to be for F&D warriors out there. So, but I'm having a problem because they gave me muscle relaxers, like the maximum dose of muscle relaxers, and a PTSD to prevent me from having nightmares and night terrors. But and then melatonin on top of that. And I was having problems with the PTSD medication because I felt like you naturally need to drink, but if you are having issues with night terrors and nightmares, you want to prevent that. But then I felt like I would wake up and I felt like I hadn't slept like at all, like throughout the night, because I didn't naturally dream. And so I gotta stop this. My psychiatrist was like, maybe you just need to stop it for a while, take it as, if things get bad for you, and maybe stop the melatonin too. And then that has now, I want to say since like November. So November, December, January, February, March, like almost 6 months, give or take, I want to say. At nighttime, I get extreme dry eyes. My eyes hurt. And then I think that's what I was experiencing last night, but I was like, it is a mix of, emotions of like, I'm happy and can't settle, but then I have this new problem with, my eyes causing issues. But I'm tired, and it's almost like I'm fighting the sleep, but I'm not, because I'm like, I need to go to sleep. And I hope that makes sense, but it's just it's kind of like nice that I'm, in that state of like, and it happens like at between 9 and 11 o'clock. Like, there's no stopping me. It's putting me naturally asleep. And like, I wish it would do this back when I was like 20 some years old with insomnia. Like I would have extreme insomnia, and it didn't matter what medication, sleep aid, I would take, or melatonin. So something screwy, but a good screwy, I hope. Maybe I'm just like naturally starting to fall asleep. But like, I want to do my art therapy stuff and just like put on some music, or, have music created for me. And we listen to that and just jazz out and relax, and watch me dance and have fun making a mess, and doing artwork and teaching you to do artwork. But like Saturdays, I used to like staying up from like 11 to 2. Like that was my insomnia day, where, like I could sleep in on Sunday and rest and recoup for the next week. But now I'm having trouble with my eyes and the sleep issues, so it's kind of driving me nuts that I can't do what I want to do. And so I am hoping that it's like short term. Yeah, I avoid pain pills as much as I can. Yeah, it kind of sucks being an adult sometimes. It's overrated. Yep, I've done as early as going. I used to, when I was younger, go to bed at 2 and get up at 4. Like, I think it's all probably, maybe this is a sign that it's just all catching up with me, and it's like telling me it's time to, uh, you know, take time for myself and focus on myself and stop doing this insomnia, stuff. And especially, I would be a great doctor. Like, I would have been a great doctor because I could do the 24-hour, stay up 36 hours, like max, when I was younger. Yeah, so it's just like, yeah, because like for massage, there's times that you have to be in running a business. There are times where I would open up the window and say, I have walk-in hours, I am on call, because nobody offers this, until when you work and you have issues. You're not going to really want to schedule. You want to try to schedule as early as you can and get, pain relief. And so people aren't going to necessarily schedule an appointment at, let's say, 12 noon, between 12 and 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So, so they really took advantage of, like, sometimes I would get patients in at like 6 a.m. at the earliest, when they were in extreme pain. And then like between noon and 4 o'clock, I would, utilize that to take a nap and do whatever, self-care. And then, between 4 to 9 o'clock, sometimes I take my next round of patients. So, and not very many massage therapists, even medical massage therapists, really do offer that. I think most PTs, and I'm sure Squid can, confirm that, that sounds more like a PT schedule. But anyways, so last night I also went on ChatGPT. I do know that, and unfortunately she passed away because, she was a massage therapist she was the oldest massage therapist in the world at the time. And her name was Evelyn Blackburn, and she lived to be 98. And then there's like Irene that I think she lived to be 90. So seeing something like that, this is a hiccup. This is a hurdle that I will overcome. And the nice thing about medical massage is, I can go back into it eventually and I know I can, and practice like different modalities that are lighter and are not gonna, be hard on my body. And so, and then I can focus on, specific issues. Like my favorite things to work on are rotator cuff problems, headaches, migraines, and hip work. Probably because I'm, not only tech savvy, but I'm just kind of that, geek. So I know eventually I might be able to get back in there. And you've got to give me credit. I did try, I want to say back in, April, March last year. So last year, I really tried. I found the perfect place that didn't have much overhead. It was relatively cheap rent. It was like on the main road, and there were a bunch of other businesses close by that I could just kind of take my walk and kind of self-promote every once in a while. Because when I first started my massage business, my practice, I was always in somebody's facility, and I was limited on signage. And then when I ventured out more and more, I took note of where am I, the location, because I was like tucked in, these buildings, and so there was no, signage, and I struggled with that, like promoting myself. And so before the pandemic, shut us all down and caused, issues. I had the perfect building, and it was like someplace that I didn't have to live out of my car and to make ends meet. And I could convert the downstairs basement into an apartment, and I could, if I needed to take a break from massage, I could do, other things. And I had a big, huge parking lot that, because I lived in a town that has a major university. So I could do like park here. And then, at the time I was doing Uber and Lyft, and I will, give you a free ride and take you to the games. And so it had a lot to offer, but I just didn't know what the risks were with, and sadly I lost a couple of my patients due to COVID. So it was just, anxiety producing, to run my business and being close, in close contact. And so I shut it down, sold my massage table, and I was just like, you know what, just we'll figure something else out until then, and kind of go from there. So that was hard because I had invested in a massage table that cost me thousands of dollars just so I could prolong my career and provide the best, therapy for my patients, and then I sold it, and now I regret it, but it is what it is, and I think we were all in the same boat, and I think we will overcome that, trauma of, COVID and the pandemic. We overcame the recession, or I think we're still recovering from the recession. But this new place that last year, I was like, I'm gonna try, I'm gonna sit, and very last minute, because I walk with a walker now, I have to rely on a walker, like not 24/7. Once I'm in, the location, or I'm familiar with not only the people and they know my condition, and I don't need a babysitter. I'm very independent. And because they saw the walker and the need, I needed them to also, they didn't have a sidewalk thing going into the building. He had converted it into, added a door, and, created the space for another person, but that was not really working out for him, and he just needed a new tenant. And this dude discriminated me because of the walker, and last minute it fell through. Like, I was like starting to make business cards and sharing that and that was like very premature for me. I lesson learned, do not do anything public, before you sign the papers. Like, lesson learned. It is what it is, but that was the discrimination. It hurts, it stings when this happens. It shouldn't ever happen, but I need the walker, out in public, to, one, I know how, when I am gonna have an episode or something triggers me, and I know how to fall, to prevent myself from falling flat on my face, but I use it to, help me. and especially when I'm having issues, with my dominant side having, the paralysis, and dragging my drop. I think I'm getting drop foot, so I'm working on that too. And it's not only that. I rely on public transportation, and I think it was a perfect spot, but then I also had to factor in that I had to do, and it wasn't much of a walk, but I would have had done a little bit of walking to the bus stop, and then I would also had to drag out all the massage laundry. But I can get massage laundry. I've figured out, the bare necessities, and I know how to. I'm like the genie of, the expertise on massage laundry. So, and I can fold massage laundry. That'd be funny to get some other massage therapists and have like these massage laundry folding contests. Who can fold the best, um, I just laugh at, I've worked at this one clinic, and like that was the thing, like you had to fold laundry a certain way, and if you didn't, they would write you up. It was so stupid. And then, there are some massage therapists that I've worked with, or, know that they don't care. They just dump it, and it's all wrinkled. But most massage therapists know what type of massage laundry linens to get, that are not wrinkly. But that I think there's like professional stuff that you question, is that company like going to cause you problems later down the line? And that's why I stopped. I really don't care for working for other people. Because employment toxic stuff, is not good. Not good for anybody. Like, do your job. I know that we're human. We make mistakes, but like, don't write people up. Don't, fire them because, of stupid stuff. I've seen stupid. So, but now like that clinic and folding has like affected me, my career. Like I am like OCD when it comes to, folding laundry. And then I realized, working for a new clinic years later, that this is a problem, because she would joke that, you're you're like obsessed. And she would, remark or laugh and like, you're crazy, but at the same time, you want to make your facility presentable. You need to look clean, and I've worked at some places, they don't think it matters, and in all reality it does, but I honestly think a lot of it has impacted me, over the years, and that mind control of, um, so I'm the genius of massage laundry, and laundry, and like, and I think it's also because I've moved a lot, and I've gotten myself to a minimalistic state. So, and when I see clutter, and that just affects my mental health too. And so, yeah. Well, oh my goodness, it's already been an hour. Jeez, oh peas. Well, you guys have a great rest of the day. Enjoy your work. It's almost over. It's almost Friday. If you work Saturday, I'm sorry. You have to work so much, but take care of yourself. We will continue this at a later date. Probably tomorrow again at 8 a.m., maybe 9 a.m. if you're lucky. But thank you, Flash Fan. You're awesome too. And I will continue this tomorrow. Be well to yourself. Be kind. Maybe today do a random acts of kindness, because that random acts of kindness is going to make that person feel, like good in the world, and it's going to make you feel good. Go to McDonald's, buy somebody a, Diet Coke, or, open the door for somebody. I don't see that as much anymore these days. Not to make, there's a level of, we'll talk about that later. Being an independent woman, but every once in a while, it makes me feel good, and do something good for your spouse if you, are doing, if they love something. Practice the 5 love languages. See what that does, and how that transforms in your love life. And see how that also affects, your children. See how that transforms as well. It'll make, your child grow up, as a, good little could, they'll look back at some of that stuff too, big or small. And it doesn't have to necessarily be money. It can be random acts, take a walk today. I think it's gonna kind of rain though, for me anyways, but do good for yourself. So we'll leave it at that. I have a good day at work if you're working. Love you guys and talk to you soon.
Well, that's a wrap, the coffee's done, but our fight's just begun. We power strong like warriors do, living life with F&D and you. Shit happens, but we'll survive. We serious chats, we'll always thrive. Stay fit, stay bold, keep pushing through. The next show's coming just for you. Remember, warriors, coffee fuels the soul, but your strength powers the fight. See you next time.